Good evening, students. Am I audible to you? Sorry, there was some technical issue. So now we have created the next live session. I hope I'm audible to you, right? If I'm audible to you, then please let me know in the chat box. We are just going through this question and already we have done this one. So in the first column you will write all the values of xi, and in the second column you just have to write down what will be the corresponding frequencies here. After that, for the third column you just have to consider xi into fi here. Okay, that is 16 into 3000, 12 into 4000 and something like this. So after completing this step, the case is that we have to equate all the values of fixi as well as all the values of fi, because we know that mean is nothing but sum of all observations. So now I know that there are 16 workers of salary 3000, there will be 12 workers of salary 4000 and something like this. So if you want to consider summation of all frequencies, it is nothing but sum of all observation, that is 16 members of 3000, 12 members of 4000, which is nothing but the value of fi into xi. So we can say that mean is given as sum of all observation divided by total number of observation, but we know that we have a data of 60 workers. It means that summation of fi will be obviously 60 here. You just have to put the respective values here and we have to consider division between this. So 30,500 divided by 6. If you can do that division orally, then it is a very good case. Otherwise, we can do something like this. 6 5 is nothing but 30. So there will be only 5. So that's why we have to consider 0 here. Then again we can consider 0. So you will get 6 8s are 0. And next one will be 6 3s are 18.2. So you can consider point there. The answer will be something 3333 recurring one, right? So what will be the value of mean? Mean is nothing but 5083.33. Okay, done. Should we go for the next question now? Fine. So the next question is something like this. Some calculation error or mistake. Definitely they will ask you such types of question for 3 marker or 4 marker. See, the question is that mean of 200 items was 50. Later on it was discovered that the two items were misread as 92 and 8 instead of 192 and 88. Okay, then find the value of correct. The case is that we have, well, mean of 200 items. It means that you have the value for total number of observation and that mean is given as a 50. So we can use formula here. We know that mean is nothing but mean is given as sum of all observation divided by total numbers, sum of all observation divided by number of observations. So if they are talking about the mean of 200 items will be 50, so we can say that 50 is nothing but, that is mean of 200 items is nothing but sum of values of 200 items divided by 200, which is given as a 50. So sum of values of 200 items will be 50 into 200, which is nothing but 10,000. Okay. Okay. But the next case is that it was discovered that the two items were misread as a 92. It means that the 10,000 is an incorrect sum. If 10,000 is an incorrect sum, just because of two items were misread as 92 and 8 instead of 192 and 88, it means that you have the wrong observation as well as the correct observation. So जो भी आपके पास incorrect sum था वो हम करेक्ट में कर देते हैं चेंज। सी करेक्ट सम ऑफ वैल्यू ऑफ 200 आइटम्स इज नथिंग बट ये जो 10,000 आपके पास था वो पहले से कंसिडर करो, बट 10,000 में से जो वैल्यूज मिस्टेक हुए थे वो आपको लेना है, एंड अगेन वी हैव टू ऐड द करेक्ट वैल्यूज एज वेल। Okay, so incorrect sum is nothing but 10,000 minus misread values of something 92 and 8, and there should be 192 and 88. So we'll just subtract 92 plus 8 from it, and after that we'll add 192 plus 88 into this. Okay, getting this one? समझ में आ रहा है? 92 plus 8, but we have to subtract it from it, which is nothing but 100 plus 192 plus 88, which will be 280. So 10,000 minus 100 plus 280, it will give you answer as a 10,180. So correct mean of 200 items is nothing but correct sum of 200 items divided by total number of observation, which is nothing but 10,000 t upon 200. So it will be, the correct answer will be something like this. If you want to take a screenshot, just go through it. Okay. Should we move on for the next question? Done? Getting this one? Fine. So the next one is something like this. Now we have the value of mean, but one of the observation and one of the frequencies are unknown to us. We have that mean of following distribution will be 20, but one of the observation and one of the frequencies are the missing one, right? So what you will do whenever you have this type of data, that is some value for xi, some values for fi, then what you will consider? X corresponding x nothing but 15, 17, 19, 20 plus p and 30, and corresponding frequencies will be 2, 3, 4, 5p and 6. Okay, then after that what you will do, you just have to calculate the value of summation. सबसे पहले आप find out करोगे pi into x है, that is 15 into 2 which is nothing but 30, 17 into 3 nothing but 51, 19 into 4 is nothing but 76. For this you have to consider 20 plus p into 5p. So 5p into 20 will give you answer as 100p, and 5p into p will give answer as a 5 times p square. Okay. So what will be the value of summation fi and what will be value of summation xi? Fi. Summation fi is nothing but 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 6 plus 5 times p, which we can as a 15 plus 5p, and similarly summation fi xi is nothing but we'll just add all the constant values, and after that we'll add 100 plus 5p square. Okay. Now we know that mean of any distribution is given as sum of all observations upon total number of frequencies, that is summation fixi upon n. But we have that summation fixi something like this. Summation of fi, which is nothing but n, is nothing but 15 plus 5p, and the value is that mean of following distribution is 20. So what we can say here, 20 equals to summation of x is nothing but 295 plus 100p plus 5p square divided by 15 plus 5p. So if you will just check the terms and the RHS, we can take 5 as a common from it. So you will get that, and after that just consider the cross multiplication. Okay. So this is nothing but something like this. 20 into 15 plus 20 into 5 equals to this. That is 300 plus 100p will be this. So we can directly cancel that 100p with it, and 300 minus 295 will be 5p square only. That is 5 times p square will be 5. So value of p square is nothing but 5 upon 5, which is nothing but 1. Okay, so if value of p square is 1, then obviously we know that considering square root on both sides, you will get value of a p as a 1. Getting this one? So you just have to find the value of p. That we have done here. Then up to is getting this one. Should we go for the next question? Okay. This is the last type of first. Okay, last question of the first type. The mean of 11 numbers is 47. If a number is added, then the mean is increased by 2. Then find the value of two numbers. So what are the given condition? That mean of 11 number is 47. Correct? And we just have to find such number. If you will add it into this, it means that the total numbers will be 12 in that case. Right? See, mean of 11 number is 47, but we know that mean is nothing but sum of all observation upon number of observation, that is sum of all observations upon number of observation is nothing but 11 equals to 47. So we can say that sum of 11 numbers will be 47 into 11, which is nothing but 570. Now the next case is that if you will add a number into it, then the mean is increased by 2. That mean is increased by 2, right? So that the new mean will be 47 is the original one. We just have to consider 47 plus 2, which is nothing but 49. So can you just tell me that 49 will be sum of how many observation? Already we have 11 numbers and we are just adding a number into it. It means that the 49 will be mean of 11 plus 1, which is nothing but 12 terms. Are you getting this one? So we can say that the sum of 11 numbers and a new number, which is nothing but sum of 12 numbers, right? So number of observation is nothing but 11 plus 1, which is nothing but 12, equals to 49. So sum of 11 numbers plus that new number is nothing but 49 into 12, which is equals to 580. So just considering first equation and this one, you will easily get that by equation 1 and 2. You can easily say that the new number is given as 588 minus 570. 588 minus 570, which is nothing but 71. Hence that new number will be 71. Are you getting this one? Clear हो रहा है ये? समझ में आ रहा है पूरा? Should we go on for the next question? The next question is nothing but, we'll just go with the next type, which is nothing but median. Already we have seen few questions based on mean. So the next type is nothing but median. Mean is nothing but average value. Similarly, median is nothing but middlemost value. So how can you find out that what will be its median? Median is nothing but if you have to consider the middlemost value, then first of all, if there will be a discrete data, it means that you have data something like x1, x2, x3 and so on up to xn, something like this. So whatever the data you have, whatever the observations are with you, just arrange them either in ascending order or descending order so that you will get that what will be the middlemost value. Done. Then, if the total number of observations in n, it means that say that median is nothing but n plus 1 upon 2 term. Okay, and if n is odd, then you will say that median is n plus 1 upon 2, and if n is even, then median will be mean of n by 2th term and n upon 2 plus 1, because if n is even, suppose there will be 8 objects, then for that 8 objects obviously you cannot say that the fourth one is middle or fifth one is middle, but we can say that fourth and the midmost values. Okay, so if there will be the case that n is even, then mean is nothing but mean of n by 2 and n by 2 plus 1 term. Then allowance. Good evening. So now we have this question. This is the easiest one. Easiest one is nothing but whenever we have such type of discrete data, or we have the raw data, which is nothing but in listing method. So first case is that you just have to arrange the data in either ascending or descending order, whatever you easy for it. So suppose we'll consider here at the same as ascend order. So we can say that our least value is nothing but 12. So 12 has been splitted. Then after that you will get 14. So hence we have written 14 here. Good evening, dear. Then the next one is 15. After 15, again there is a 16. After 16, I can see there is a 17 as well. So we'll put 17 there. Then 19, 21, 26. I can see that there are 2 times 26. So we'll just write it 20. So 2 times of 26 into 27 and 20. Then, after considering this, that the data we have written in the ascending order, then we just have to calculate that how many terms are there, how many numbers are there. So there will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on. So the total number of observation is 11. Since n is odd, definitely you can say that there is only one member which is at the middlemost place. As the value of n is odd, it means that we can definitely say that the most value will be only 1 here. The middle step will be only 1 here. So we know that if n is odd, then median is nothing but n plus 1 upon 2th term. So n plus 1 upon 2th term is nothing but, now we have n as a 11. So 11 plus 1 upon 2 is nothing but 12 upon 2, that is equal to 6 term. So hence we have written all the data in ascending order, so that you can say that if you have to find the 6th term, then just go for it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we'll say that as 6th term is 19, hence 19 will be the median of this data. It is the easiest one. Okay, just ascending descending order आपको consider them. That's it. Then now next one. Can you solve it? What you have to consider? We have all that data. Just arrange it in ascending order so that the least term is nothing but 37, then 39, then 42, 44, 46, 48, 51, 53, and 55. You can check it. It's your own. But now, for interest here, as a total number of observation is 10, it means that I cannot say that there will be only one middle term, right? As total number of observations are 10, it means that we cannot say that there will be only one middle term, right? Hence, if n is even, then we know that median is nothing but mean of n by 2 and n by 2 plus 1 term. So here n is 10. It means that we have to consider mean of 10 by 2, which is nothing but 5th, and 10 by 2 plus 1, which is nothing but 6th term. Hence, we have to consider mean of 5th and 6th term. So age of 5th teacher is given as a 46, 6th teacher is given as a 47. So Median is nothing but mean of this, and mean is nothing but total sum consider karo and just divide it by total number of observation. So we can say that 46 plus 47 point. Hence the median will be 46.5. Done up to this. In the first example, we have seen what will be the case if n is odd. If n is odd, then there will be only one middle term, which is the easiest one. And if n is even, then we know that there will be two middle terms. So for that, as a median, we will consider mean of those two terms. Mean of those two terms. Okay, done. Are you getting this one? So now you have another question. It's something like this. Yes. Here you have the next question. The weights in kgs of 15 students are 31, 35, 27, 29, 32 and something. Then find its median. ये तो आप easily कर पाओगे. Whatever are the observations are with you, you just have to arrange it in ascending order. The next point is that if the weight 44 kg is replaced by 46 kg and 27 kg replaced by 25 kg, then find the value of new median. Okay. First of all, you can easily check that what will be median of the original data. If you will consider all the data in ascending order, you will get something 27, 28, 29, 30, then 32 के बाद मिलेगा 34, then there is a 35, 35 के बाद मिलेगा आपको कुछ ये 36, after 36 you will get 37, then 41, 42, 43 is there, 44 is also there, and the last one is 40. Getting this one, we just have to arrange all data in ascending order. So if it is a case, then how many number observations are there? Number of observation is nothing but 15. As 15 is odd, it means that it is the easiest one, right? If n is odd, then we know that median is nothing but n plus 1 upon tooth observation, value of n plus 1 upon tooth observation. But here value of n is nothing but 15. So we have to consider 15 plus 1 upon 2, which is nothing but 16 by 2, that is 8 observation. Hence median is nothing but a value of 8 observation, which is equals to 35. Okay, now we'll just go with that condition. If the weight 44 is replaced by 46, we know that 46 and 25 are the greatest and smallest observation of this case. So if you are replacing that 27 by 25, obviously it will be again less than 27. So it will be on first position only. Right. Similarly, you are just replacing that last, which is nothing but the greatest term, 44 by 46. But again, as 6 is the greatest one, so now you will just replace this case, right? This was the original case. So again, how many number of observations are there? Number of observation is 15. So obviously, median is nothing but value of 8th term, which you will write as value of 8th term is nothing but, you will check that again it will be now 35. Okay, value of 8th observation is nothing but 35. That's it. Okay. Here you have the next type of question. It is little bit different one from the first cases, because for first 2 or 3 example, we are just going to the discrete data or raw data. It means that you have direct value of x1, x2, x3 and so on. So now the case is that we have group of and for that corresponding FIs are there. So if it is a case, then what you will consider? Just consider it. Okay. First thing is that you just have to arrange all the data in ascending order. So we'll just check it. Are they in the ascending order? 35, 36, 38, 40, and so on. Yes, they are. So if they are in the ascending order, we'll just consider that table where first column will be for exercise, second column will be for efforts. First column will be for exercise, second one will be for efforts. Now for the third column, here you will check that CFL. CFL stands for cumulative frequency of less than type. So what does it mean? The case is that I just have to check that how many members are there such that having weight less than 35. Obviously there will be 6. You just have to consider that for the cumulative frequency, for the column of cumulative frequency, first frequency will be as it is. First frequency will be as it is. Now for going for the second one, what is the meaning of this? We just have to check that how many students are there having weight less than 30. Okay, so what you have to consider in that CFL or less than cumulative type LCF, you will write the first frequency as it is. Then for the second one, you just have to go by that zigzag method. Zigzag method. That's it. Okay. See, we have done this one. Again, you just have to check this zigzag method. That's it. It will give you the third column automatically. As we have done here, 6 plus 5 is equal to 11. For third case, what we will consider, we just have to add 11 plus 8, which is nothing but 19. Again, 19 plus 9, which is nothing but 28. 28 plus 2 will be 30, 30 plus 7 will be 37, and the last one is 41. Getting this one, it means that there will be total 41 students because the weight of students should be either 45 or less than 8. Then obviously go with all the students. So here value of m, that is summation of f1 is equal to 41. If the values are same, then only consider that we are going on the same question, we are going on the correct decision. If you will get that n is equal to 41 and suppose summation of this something other than 41, then you just have to cross check with it again. Okay, less than cumulative type is nothing but you just have to write the first frequency as it is, and after that you just have to go with that zigzag method. That's it. If the last value and summation n, summation fi, which is nothing but n, is same, it means that we are the good condition. So as the number of observation is equal to 41, 41 is nothing but odd term, and if we are talking about odd term, then what will be its median? Median is nothing but n plus 1 upon tooth term. Median is nothing but n plus 1 upon tooth term. Right? That is, we have to consider 41 plus 1, which is nothing but 42 upon tooth term, which is nothing but 21st term. It means that now you have to check that where that 21 will lie in this session. For the first class, for the first interval, there are 6 students. For the second interval, there are 11 students, from which 6 are from the first interval. It means that 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Only these 5 students will land here. Again, first 19 students are, weight of first 19 students are either 38 or less than it. But we are talking about 21st term. Obviously, 21st is greater than 19 but less than 28, right? We just have to check that whatever will be its value. I can see that 21 is greater than 19 but less than 28. Hence, we'll say that obviously 20, 21, 22, 23 and so on up to 28 will belong to this class. Hence, the 20th number students may affect 40. So we'll say that median will be 40 here. Okay, getting this one? If you want to take a screenshot, just go through this. Always remember only two things. Whenever we have to find a median for group frequency, we have to consider the third column as a LCM, which is nothing but less than cumulative frequency. For that, your first frequency will be as it is, and after that, you just have to go with that zigzag method. That's it. If you are getting that the last value is same as summation fi, then you are on the correct track. After that, just check what is the value of n. If n is odd, then we know that median is nothing but value of n plus 1 upon 2th term, which is nothing but value of 21st term. Okay, then up to this समझ में आ रहा है ये सबको? नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखें. Here we have the next question. Can you solve it on your own? See, marks out of 60 are 32, 27, 26, 24, 23 and 21, and number of students is given as something like this. So whenever you are checking with that median, first of all you have to consider the data in ascending order, right? So what is the case? The first frequency is nothing but it will be about marks, but we have to consider all the data in ascending order. So it will be something like this, either ascending or descending ka case, right? 32, 27, 26, 24, 23 and 20. Number of students, corresponding number of students will be something 6, 4, 7, 9, 16 and 2. So what you have to consider for the third column is nothing but for LCF, that is less than cumulative frequency. For that your first frequency will be as it is. So we'll write 6 here. But for the second case, you just have to go with that zigzag style. You just have to go with that zigzag style, right? Just check it, what you will get. Oh, sorry. Then you will get next one as a 17, then 17 plus 9, which is nothing but 26. 26 plus 16 will give you answer as a 42, and 42 plus 2 will give you answer as a 44. So how you will cross check it? The total number of frequencies is nothing but 6, 4, 7, 9 and so on, which is nothing but 44 here. So as number of n is even, if n is even, then we know that median is nothing but sum of n by 2th term and n upon 2 plus 1th term, right? That is, we have to consider mean of 22nd and 23rd term. But as you will see here, first 6 observation के लिए आपको ऐसा मिलेगा this. Then for next 4, this for first 10 will be less than 27 and so on. So where will be that observation 22 and 23 lies? Obviously here what you have to check, just check that that number should be greater than the preceding one but less than that number. So we can say that talking about 22 and 23, it is greater than 17. It means that definitely it will not lie belong to 26 but it will be 24. Okay, so mean of 22 and 23rd term is nothing but 20. For 24 plus 24 upon 2, as we have to consider its mean. So it will give you answer as a 24 only. If you want to take a screenshot, just go through. Okay, then after this, can we go for the next type? See, for each and every type, there will be three cases. The first one is nothing but raw data, that is discrete data. The second one is nothing but grouped frequency, something like this. Okay. Now, we'll go for the next part. The first one, the first central tendency is mean. The second tendency is median. And the third one is nothing but mode. As you have done for mean and median, obviously there will be formula for mode as well. But what is actual meaning of mode? Mean is nothing but average value. Median is nothing but middlemost value. Then mode is nothing but the value having highest frequency. The most common observation. Okay. See, for that, what you have to do? Suppose I have these observations with me, then I just have to check that the which observation has repeated for more time. I can see 5 for 2 times, 15 for one time only, 20 for one time only, but 10 is for 3 times. Okay, so the repeated observation, the most repeated observation is 10 here. So I will say that the mode of this data will be 10. It is as simple as this. As 10 is the frequently occurring number, hence you will say that 10 will be more here. Okay. We have to find the value of this data. What you have to check? You just have to check that ऐसा आपको ऑब्जर्वेशन फाइंड आउट करना है जो फ्रीक्वेंटली आपको दिखाई दे रहा है. ओके, सी. So आप find कैसे करोगे? Mode is nothing but something like this. So for we'll just try to draw a table like this. The least observation is 12 and 12 is there for only one time, correct? The next one is 17, 18, 18, 19, 27 and 24 something. So I can say 12 is only one time, 17 is for only one time, but 18 is for 1, 2 and 3. That is 18 is repeated for 3 times. After that, again 19 is for one time, 24 is for one time, 27 is for one time. So we'll say that the frequency, the maximum frequency is nothing but 3, which is corresponding to the observation 18. ओके, जो मैक्सिमम फ्रीक्वेंसी रहता है वो आपकी पोर्ट की वैल्यू नहीं है. You just have to check that the maximum frequency corresponding to which observation. That observation will be the value of it. And always remember that as we have seen, mean or median will be only one, but there might be more than one modes for every data. There might be more than one mode for every data. Okay, see. Now you have this one. 10 is repeated for 3 times, 16 is repeated for 3 times, and so on. What you have to check? Just check that the maximum number of frequency. As you can see here, maximum number of frequency is 5, but that 5 is occurring for 2 times. Maximum number of frequency is 5, which is occurring for 2 times. So what you will say here? The maximum number of frequency is 5, which is corresponding to 13 as well as 11. The maximum number of frequency is corresponding to 11 and 13. Here, maximum frequency is 5 for 2 score. Hence, we'll say that mode will be 11 and 13. Mode will be 11 and 13. Okay, see. Now we just have to go through the cases. We had following number of goals were scored by a team in a series of 10 matches. Something like this: 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, 1, 3, 3 and 4. Then find what will be mean of it, what will be median and what will be mode. Always remember that mean is nothing but average value. Median is nothing but middlemost value when you will arrange all your observation in ascending order. And mode is nothing but you just have to check that कौन सा observation आपको frequently दिखाई दे रहा है. Okay, getting this one? Hello, good evening. So for that mean, what we'll consider मीन के लिए आपको क्या रहता है, summation of xi upon total number of values. So for that mean is nothing but sum of all observation upon number of observation. So for that sum of all observation, you have to consider 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 and so on upon total number of observation is nothing but, though you can see 0 is there, but we have to count it, okay? Because they are talking about series of 10 matches. It means that there will be 10 observation. You might get confused that should we count that 0 or not, but 0 is your one of the observation. 10th का हम just start करने वाले हैं. We will start the live session for 10th at 6:30. Okay. So mean is nothing but 28 upon 10, which is nothing but 2.8. Similarly, for median, what you have to consider, you just have to arrange the all data in ascending or descending order. So we'll consider it as in ascending order. So we start from 0, then 1, 2, 3, 3, and so on. So the next step is that how many number of observations are there? How many number of observations are there? So I can see there will be total 10 observation. There will be total 10 observation. As n is even, hence median is nothing but mean of n by 2th observation plus n by 2 plus 1 observation. Hence, median will be mean of 5th and 6th term. So, what is the 5th term? 3. And 6th term is again 3. So, mean of 3 plus 3 upon 2 is nothing but 3 again. Hence, we say that median for this data will be 3. Median for this data will be, and the last case, which is nothing but mode, for that what you have to consider, just write down what are the distinct observations are there. First one is from 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 0 is for only one time. Frequency of 0 will be 1. 1 is repeated for again one time only. But for 2, again 1. 3 is repeated for, I think, 4 times, right? 3 is repeated for 4 times. Hence we'll write 4 then. Then 4 is repeated for 2 times and 5 is only for 1 time. Hence, we'll say that mode is nothing but the observation having maximum frequency will be 4. The maximum frequency is 4 and the corresponding observation is 3. So you will say that mode will be 3 in this case. Similarly, you just have to go through this question. I think you can do it on your own, right? Just note down the marks of 15 students, which are given as 41, 39, 48, 52, 46, 62, 54, 40, 96, again 52, 98, 40, 42, 52, and 60. As you can see, I think 52 is repeated for many more times, right? So you might get more as a 52 here. The remaining question, you just have to solve it as your homework. Okay? We'll just go through another question here. Now, just try to solve this one. Okay? The question is something like this. Give one example of a situation in which the mean is not an appropriate measure of a central tendency, but median is an appropriate measure of a central tendency. So for that you just have to check that appropriate measure is nothing but we just have to check whether that central tendency will get affected by fluctuations or not. We know that mean is affected by extreme values present in the data, but median is not, because last time we have checked for median, right? If you will change the last two values, that is 4, 7, 12, 18, and so on. What will be mean here? Mean is nothing but sum of all observations divided by total number of observation, that is 4 plus 7 and so on upon number of observation, which is equals to 1510 upon 7. If you will consider its division, you will get something as a 215.7, right? So we'll say that mean of this observation will be 215.7. For finding the median, what you will do, you just have to arrange the data in ascending order as n is odd. So median is nothing but value of n plus one term, that is value of fourth term, which is nothing but 18. So now if you will change this, mean is to 5.7, but median you can here only mean which doesn't represent the data accurately. Okay, getting this one? But median is equal to 18, which represent the data approximately. The thing is that median is nothing but middlemost value, right? So if 18 is the middlemost value, then you will get that there will be some values which are less than 18. There will be exactly the same value which are greater than 18. But we cannot tell anything about average. So mean is nothing but average value of this. So average will be 215.7, not clear that. Okay, getting this one? So this is all about our chapter statistics. It is the easiest chapter from your syllabus, but as I had told you that you have to use few concepts of this chapter for 10th. So logically समझने की कोशिश करो. If you have any doubt, then you can ask. Okay, bye bye and happy Diwali.